The discovery happened on a Tuesday, which was always a suspicious sort of day for big revelations. Tuesdays had a way of sneaking up behind you, tapping you on the shoulder, and then announcing, "By the way, the universe isn't what you thought it was." The humans didn't discover they were the center of the known universe on purpose. It was Marcus the Raccoon, Earth's first semi-official, self-appointed galactic mascot, who spotted the glowing red letters on a Federation star map during what was supposed to be a very boring orientation meeting. Marcus wasn't even supposed to be in the room. He had snuck in with a donut box under his arm, partly to snack, partly to confuse the aliens with the mystery of sprinkles. "Look here, folks," Marcus said, paw smearing jelly across the holographic map. "Big words. In English, center of everything." The room went very quiet. Even the Svarn ambassador, who usually stared so hard that plants wilted, blinked once in shock. Marcy Valdez, the human ambassador from Ohio, tried to act like this was no big deal. "Oh, well, we suspected as much. GPS always works better on Earth, after all." The Zloran delegate, whose body was 90% polished crystal and 10% offended dignity, sputtered. "Impossible. We have calculated the barycenter of the cosmos 1,000 times. "Yes," Marcus said, licking sugar off his paw. "But did you calculate it on a Tuesday?" Word spread faster than free Wi-Fi. Within hours, humans everywhere were dancing in the streets, shouting, "We told you so." In London, someone climbed Big Ben and hung a banner reading, "Center of everything confirmed." In New York, taxi drivers honked their horns in celebratory rhythm, which accidentally caused a 3-hour traffic jam, but a very festive one. Meanwhile, on Mars Colony Alpha, teenagers began selling Universe's Center t-shirts for 20 credits apiece. Business boomed. Back at the Federation Council, the other species were not so easily convinced. The Fear, who communicated by scent, released a collective cloud of skeptical musk. The Svarn philosophers grumbled that this was obviously a metaphor gone wrong. Ambassador Gree, a towering kelp being with 7 throats, groaned, "We cannot allow humans to believe this literally." Too late. Humans believed it with the kind of cheerful certainty usually reserved for grandma's recipes, and when humans believe something, they immediately redecorate. The first human adjustment was coffee. Marcy brought a pot of Earth's finest brew to the next council session. "It's tradition," she explained. "We start important matters with coffee, helps with focus, also keeps you awake during PowerPoints." The aliens stared suspiciously. The liquid smelled like ambition mixed with burnt toast. Zloran sipped, shuddered, and declared, "I can now hear colors." The Fear inhaled deeply and fainted with delight. Within a week, Federation coffee stations had appeared in every major outpost. Productivity spiked by 20%, along with jittering and spontaneous karaoke. Then came small talk. Humans insisted that before addressing cosmic policy, everyone had to chat about the weather, hobbies, or their cousin's new haircut. The Svarn philosophers hated it. The Fear tolerated it. The gelatinous applause creature loved it so much it began applauding its own anecdotes. And then, because humans never stop when they should, came, "Bring your pet to Council Day." Cats, dogs, ferrets, and one particularly judgmental goldfish flooded the chambers. Alien delegates brought their own. Spiky cacti with legs, glowing moths the size of sofas, and a creature that resembled a floating pancake with teeth. Chaos ensued. The pancake thing tried to eat Marcus's donut. Marcus tried to eat the pancake thing, and the meeting ended with 3 peace treaties signed simply to calm everyone down. The Federation finally voted on a motion. Is Earth, socially and administratively, the center of everything? The resolution passed unanimously, except for one abstention by the Svarn, who believed unanimity was immoral. Humans celebrated the only way they knew how, by inventing a holiday, Center Day, fireworks, cake, awkward dancing, the works. And much to everyone's surprise, the rest of the galaxy joined in. The Zlorans polished each other until they gleamed like disco balls. The Fear invented perfumes that doubled as party favors. Even Ambassador Gree, despite his 7 throats, tried karaoke. It was memorable. Years later, historians would argue about the science. The actual physical center of the universe hadn't budged. Physics remained stubborn, but the cultural center, the social gravity, that had shifted undeniably toward Earth. And if you asked a human why, they would grin and say, "Because the universe finally admitted what we've been saying all along. It revolves around us. Now, would you like some coffee?"